Ha ha ha, I can't believe they would use that shirt with that coat.
Hello my dear beloved friend. I can't believe it's been over 2 years since we saw each other last. So much has happened, and wait a second. Please tell me you're not still playing that dress-up game.
I am not still playing that dress-up game.
Oh thank God. I was worried there for a second. What?
I'm playing its sequel, Shining Nikki. Shining Nikki is similar to Love Nikki, but it's in 3D. Come over here, I'll show you the game.
Oh God,
It's
the door
really
is
fun.
locked.
Shining Nikki is a really fun game. One of the things I really like about this game are the reflections. They're cards of the characters and each one has its own little story. Look at this one of Momo and Nikki.
Okay, yeah, that's actually pretty cute.
And this is one of my stronger cards right now.
Very regal looking.
Here's one of my URs.
Is that man dead?
Yes. Now look over here where you can customize Nikki's nails.
Oh, that's interesting.
But I'm moving on because I haven't touched that feature in a month and now so much time has passed that I'm too intimidated to open it at all. Next, let's look at the newest event. This is actually my first time seeing this one too. It just started today.
This girl looks really pretty.
It's too bad I'm going to miss it. It's 20,000 diamonds. Another event costing 30,000 diamonds is coming tomorrow. I'm falling behind.
You're scaring me.
I don't have nearly enough diamonds. They've just announced another event coming out next week.
What's going on? Please.
You are a fool. You know not even what you beg for.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you want from me.
There can be no rest.